everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host, Jennifer. Scarlett is currently at my feet looking out the window, trying to bark at a squirrel or a bird. I don't even know which. So if you hear a sudden bark, it is Scarlett. Hey, stop. I'm trying to get her under control, but you want up? Yeah. Look at that little pink nose. Look at it. All right, guys. So, I know. Get down, please. Cute Oreo because she's jealous. I know. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit discombobulated. I am extremely tired. That may show with this video. So if the quality of this video is not up to par, or I seem confused, or my eyes are just extra puffy, just know that I'm tired. And I'll tell you why I'm tired. I'm actually filming this on Monday. I knew I had a busy weekend ahead of me, so I pre-filmed Monday's video. So yesterday's video, today should be Tuesday when this video loads, but I'm recording it on Monday. This weekend has been insane. I'm really tired. Now, I have said in the past, my niece has pretty much spent all of her free time here in the past several weeks, possibly a couple of months. It's been a lot. And I don't care about that at all. She's here for a lot of different reasons that are personal to her. She wants to spend as much time with us as she can as she's getting ready to graduate and then move on to college. And, yeah, she's a special kid. Friday, once again, she calls up Chris, which she calls Uncle Daddy. And I know that sounds weird and it sounds incestual, and it is not in any way, shape, or form. But I told you guys they have lived with us several times over their lifetime for several years of their life or their childhood. And when they were very small, I think that my daughter Juju was 3 and they were 4 and 5 when they came to live with me the first time. And not to get into any personal details whatsoever, but I went from a single child to 3 girls very quickly. And yes, there was other parents in the house helping me, but I was doing most of the legwork. I was cooking, cleaning. I was head of the household, so to speak. Mr. Cinnamon at the time was getting one of his college degrees and working full-time and basically busting his butt to support all of us. And he's a very, very good man. Anyway, I was so confused between Uncle Chris, Daddy, Uncle Chris, Daddy, Uncle Chris, Daddy, between the 3 girls, talking to them all the time, that it just started to come out as Uncle Daddy. And so now it has just been Uncle Daddy ever since, just to save my sanity. So, like, my birth kids say Daddy, but the 2 nieces, it's Uncle Daddy. And even though they're teenagers and around their friends, it's Uncle Chris, like here, it's still Uncle Daddy. Which sometimes my oldest niece shortens it to just Daddy, which I don't point out, but he has been the sole person to get her financial aid in order help her pick out a college, because she was accepted to 4 colleges, and help. He's been just, he's been putting in the legwork, getting her into college and doing everything that we can, mostly what he can, to just get her there. I would just say that. Mr. Cinnamon is an amazing person. Anyway, with that being said, Friday she calls up, right? And actually I think Mr. Cinnamon called her. And he's already coming over this weekend. Because this past week, now they have school Monday and Tuesday, and Wednesday is off, and then they have school Thursday and Friday. So she was here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, went back home for school Monday and Tuesday, and then Tuesday night she was here, and was here Wednesday. Wednesday night we took her home, so she'd go to school Thursday and Friday. And then Friday night she was back here. Like I said, every single moment she's at our house, which I don't mind. But then Friday, she's all, "Yeah, Jenny, I brought my clothes so we could take senior pictures." All right, kid. I already planned on putting the pool up and doing gardening, and I was supposed to go grocery shopping this weekend. All right. So for those of you who are new here and don't know, in my past life, when we lived in Michigan, I was a professional photographer. I did family portraits. I did senior photos. I did weddings. I did all of that. And it is backbreaking work. Don't let anybody fool you to think that it is not backbreaking work. It is. My eyes are leaking from, I don't know if it's emotions or allergies or both. I don't feel crybaby-ish, but like they're totally leaking. Anyway, it's probably a little bit of both. But my allergies are totally acting up. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do it on Saturday because in order to photograph people, you have to have your equipment clean and it has to be charged up. Like, there's batteries involved. I could not find my battery charger to save my life. And one of my batteries, because I have spare battery, because I do have camera equipment. I have lots of camera equipment. This was my profession. This is how I made a living in Michigan. I did a little bit here in Virginia, but I found a lot of crooked clients, like people that were just out to either use me or get something from me. They were just, I found a lot of bad people when I moved to Virginia, and I just was like, I wrapped up the whole photography thing. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. There was just one too many crooked clients. And yeah, I learned my lesson. So anyway, I had to find my battery, which it takes special batteries. My camera takes special batteries. So I had to find my batteries and my charger. And one of my batteries has decided that one of them is actually the brand name for the camera, and the other battery is an off-brand. And so that one decided to take a crap, and it just does not work anymore. It's done. So now I only have one battery and one charger. So I had to clean my lenses and like get all my equipment ready. And I was like, you can't come to me Friday and say, well, let's take pictures tomorrow. And Mr. Cinnamon doesn't understand this. So he's like, well, tomorrow we'll do this and we'll do that. I cannot physically, like, I'm getting older. I'm not old, but I'm not young anymore. I'm not like my early 30s. I don't have like boundless energy. You know, I don't. And I have not been a photographer in years now. Your knowledge doesn't go away, but that energy level and like, I just don't have all of the energy level anymore or the willpower, honestly. So, and he wanted me to help him put up the pool, and then we'll go take pictures in the evening when the sun is going down. I was like, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I do not have the stamina to do all that. She can have her pictures on Sunday. You guys got to help me find my charger, my extra battery. I had to find some of my extra lenses because the lens I use most often is a utilitarian lens. It is my workhorse. It has a big zoom on it. It has wide angle, so I could take pictures of like whatever I want. But like when I'm working portraits, I have a special lens for that. And so I had to make sure that lens was clean and on my camera, and it was a whole thing. And then I had to figure out where she wants her pictures taken, because she's got her own idea about things. So she didn't want to go downtown like all the other people in her high school. She didn't want to be basic like them. She wanted to go someplace unique. And so I was like, okay, well, we can go to the Battlefield, which is right up the road. I know of a place that no other photographer goes to. And because I do keep track of what's going on in the area as regards to photography, because I do photograph my own kids and my own family. And so I keep track of these things, you know. Because, of course, I'm like my niece. She's like me. I don't want pictures that look like everybody else's pictures. I don't like that. And so... yeah, she decides she wants to go up to the mountains and have her pictures taken at the mountains because no one in her school has had their pictures taken at the mountains. The mountains is like an hour drive to get there, which doesn't bother us. But it's an hour drive there, and then driving through the park to find a place that is idyllic, because lighting, like I said in a past video, is a big deal with photography, and you can't be like in full sunlight taking photographs. I mean, I have the equipment to do this. I have shades, and I have reflectors, and I have flashes, and I'm not bringing all that for my niece's senior pictures. Like, we're going to do natural light as much as we can, because I don't have the energy for all that. I just don't. And to give you an idea, if you're working in full sun, do you see how there's like shadows? She has sunken in eyes a little bit, and so if the sunlight is coming at her, she just turns black right here, just completely black. And then like the back, if it's too bright, will be like way too bright. It's like, photography is a very fickle thing. So we drive up to the mountains. Little man was hungry, tired, cranky in the back seat. Mr. Cinnamon is driving because I can't drive and be a photographer, because I'm scouting out places along Skyline Drive as we're driving. And I hope I took some beautiful pictures, but I haven't even looked at them yet. So this week I have to get those onto the computer, cull through them. And I never even got, like, it was such a process getting to the mountains and finding places at the mountains to photograph that I didn't even get to her cap and gown pictures yet. So I still have to go do this all over again. But I told her we're going someplace local. I'm not going back up to the mountains for cap and gown pictures. And I could probably set up my background system and put like backdrops behind her, but it's going to be like a couple of cap and gown pictures, and that's going to be the end of it. And then on top of all this, okay, and I know this is going to be a long video, on top of all of this, mountains, we got to set up the pool, I got to do my camera equipment stuff. She goes, Aunt Jenny, can you like pull out your Cricut and help me decorate my cap? So I have a love-hate relationship with my Cricut machine. I can make beautiful things, but I mess up way more often than not. So I tend to like throw out a lot of material. Like, we had to go buy gold. This is the vinyl that we cut her stuff out of. And that's actually that's part of the design that is on her cap. I will post a picture. I will post a picture right here of what her final cap looked like. But like I said, I mess up way more than I don't, because I don't work with the Cricut that often, and there is a huge learning curve with that thing. And I was even talking to one of my friends in Mississippi about this. She has a Cricut she's thinking of getting rid of because she doesn't use it enough. The supplies for Cricut are ridiculously expensive. That vinyl was $18 for a roll of vinyl that was like 18 inches long. So you could literally only do like 2 or 3 things if you're careful with that, the vinyl roll. I think it's on my desk still. This. It's 11 inches by 36 inches, okay? So there's not a lot on here. And this is a heat transfer vinyl. It's like $18. I mean, if we'd have bought more, we could have got one free. If we bought 2, we would have got one free. Yes, that would have made sense. But that's still a lot of money for vinyl. And I only needed the gold. I didn't need nothing else. So I told her whatever's left over from the gold, I'm keeping and I'm using for some of my project bags that I've been trying to get into the shop, which is a whole other thing I need to do. So I print this beautiful design that she wanted that I just showed you. I put it on the cap, I ironed it on, and I was scared to iron it on because her cap is like cheap polyester, and I was terrified I was going to melt her cap, and I was already prepared to order her another one, no matter what it cost, to get it like overnighted to her. She was determined she wanted it this way. So I designed it, ironed it on. She saw the final product before I ironed it on. Mr. Cinnamon saw the final product, and after it was done, she goes, Aunt Jenny, I thought tomorrow only had 1 M. I put 2 M's in tomorrow, which is how I normally spell it, which is wrong. So I went through the house and did a poll. How do you spell tomorrow? And half the people in this house spell tomorrow the same way I do, with 2 M's, which is wrong. There's only 1 M in tomorrow. So I had to figure a way to get this iron-on transfer off of her cap without ruining her cap. So me and Mr. Cinnamon are sitting there with tools, picking off, trying to heat up and pick off the letters. Then I have to go back into my machine and figure out how to print part of tomorrow because I didn't want to take off the T-O-M. I just wanted to take off the M-O-R-R-O-W. And so I'm like, okay, well, if I do this, I have to make sure that the letters are the same size. So I had to go into the design that I created to begin with and edit out and just cut the part that said R-O. And Chris blames, Mr. Cinnamon is Chris. He blames Disney World for us spelling tomorrow wrong because on a ride called the People Mover, they say paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow. And it's in the Tomorrowland area of Disney World. And so Tom Morrow is how we spell tomorrow, and it's Disney World's fault. So I will gladly say that it's Disney World's fault instead of saying that I'm stupid, don't know how to spell. Anyway, I took some pictures of her. If I can get one edited, I will pop it here. If I can't get it edited before this video is edited, because editing photography is a whole different job. And I put an artistic twist to a lot of my photographs. So if there's one there, it's because I was able to get one of them edited. If not, there's not a picture there. I didn't have time yet. So did you guys come here to hear about my weekend? Probably not. But we got the pool put up. I'll pop a picture here. Whew. Now, I told you guys in the past I had to purchase that pool because the pool last year, we had a salt system for the past couple of years. We use a salt filtration system instead of chlorine in the water for a lot of reasons. It's cheaper, it's easier on my skin, and all that stuff. So with that and with the pool that we had, it rusted out the joints that connect the top of the pool, and so it was rusty. And so when we pulled the pool down, we realized it was not going to be usable for the next year, so we threw it out. And pools are not cheap, can I tell you? So we bought a new pool, we put it up, and it is currently filling right now. But, oh man. First of all, I'm proud because we got it up in record time. I mean, the niece was here, so we had an extra set of hands. It wasn't just 3 of us, it was 4 of us. Little man helped a little bit, but he helped, he's 6. He helped a little bit. He was more interested in everything else, and he kept chucking pool pieces at my head, and so I was like, just go away, because you can't, he's a boy, he's rough, he doesn't realize he's going to kill his mother if he throws a pole at her head. He wasn't doing it to be aggressive or mean, he was excited. Here's some pool parts. Yeah, so and at one point I had the whole weight of the pool because we put the rim on and then you lift it to put the legs on. And I had the whole weight of the pool on my shoulder and I'm holding it up trying to get the leg maneuvered in, and it was, oh man, I was so sore, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take pictures this weekend. I am hurting all over. So Mr. Cinnamon ran and he got hash browns for breakfast because I love hash browns. And he cooked up some breakfast for us, and he got me some Advil. There's this Advil that's on the market, and it is like the only thing that works for me right now. Like Motrin doesn't work, Tylenol doesn't work. This Advil is like Tylenol mixed with Motrin or something. I don't know. It works like better than anything else for my migraines and for my body pain. So I was very grateful for that. He also got me a Dr. Pepper, which I know I'm not supposed to have caffeine, but trust me, after this weekend, I needed some caffeine. Okay, now let's get on to the yarn stuff, because that's why we're really here, right? All right, so after all of that other stuff going on, I was like, I really would like to stop in. Ow. I forgot I had a cut on my hand. I would really like to go to Michael's. I just want to see what they got, And we were out and about doing other things, picking up stuff for, honestly, I don't even remember what we were out for. We went to the store for something. And I don't remember what it was for. And I was like, can we just stop at Michael's? And then Michael's is in the same shopping center or same parking area as the mall. And so Juju wanted to go into the mall with her cousin. And she's like, can me and Nina go into the mall? And I was like, well, yeah, go ahead. Like, I don't care. And then we went into Michael's. And I didn't get a lot. But, well, I should probably show you why I wanted to go to Michael's. I told you guys I'm really tired. I'm all over the place. Okay, you guys know I made this. This is a pineapple top from a book called Light and Airy Crochet something or not. I will post the link in Amazon to this specific book that I got this pattern from. This pattern, I talked about it in Monday's video, which I will also link below if you haven't seen that yet. Anyway, I love this pattern so much. Don't mind the mess up right here. I had issues with this pattern a lot. But I love the pineapple pattern. I love the way it looked. I wanted to make one that fit my body better. And so I did show you that I got started on this. Oops. My yarn bowl is in my project bag. So also this weekend, I put some work into an orange pineapple one. I'm about this far. So I got 1.5 pineapple rows. See, there's not that big hole in the center like there is here. And you see, it's the holes and stuff are a lot smaller. So I think this is going to be so pretty when it's done. And I was trying to find yarn that I have enough, because I have a lot of one-of cakes. And this is not a pattern that would look good in a striping or a variegated, because there's too much going on. You need a solid color. So I was like, okay, well, I need a solid color yarn. This is variegated, but from a distance, it just looks orangey. And I thought it would be pretty with the pineapple. And this is a lot smaller, so it will fit my body a lot better. Well, I was really hoping I had enough bamboo, because after working with the Bamboo Select, ooh, my yarn bowl is glass and there's a metal hook in it. It keeps going ding. After working with the Bamboo Select to make this, I love the feel of this. I love the drape of this. I did not like the price of this. So I knew each cake of the Bamboo Select is only 100 yards. It only makes this much. I knew it would take, oh, I don't even know, over 10 balls to make this in the Bamboo Select from Premier. Which, I mean, if you have $50 to blow on a shirt, that is just fine. You go right ahead and do that. I'm not going to judge you. I don't. So I wanted some bamboo. And I was thinking about my options when it came to bamboo. Like, what bamboo would work with that? And so that is one of the reasons I went to Michael's. And actually, I'm so excited I went to Michael's. They had the True Boo by Lion Brand. Did you guys know I am not a big Lion Brand? Lion Brand is the last company I think of. Not that there's anything wrong with Lion Brand. Lion Brand has amazing, beautiful yarns. They really do. But I'm a Premier girl. Like, first and foremost, I'm a Premier girl. And a lot of Premier's bamboos are either expensive and little yardage, or they're mixed with acrylic. And I've said in the past, I don't wear acrylic very often because I am big and I am from the north. And so I am hot-blooded anyway. I'm very sensitive to heat. I need something that breathes. So I would rather wear cotton or bamboo. And this is bamboo. And this is, let's see, 100% rayon from bamboo. And it was clearanced. You know I love a good deal. Now this is normally $6.99. It was on sale for $3 even. This is the color Hot Pink. And this is 241 yards for $3 as opposed to $5 for 100 yards from Premier. So, I mean, it was an obvious choice, right? So I think I got 6 of these because I think 6 will be enough to make that shirt. If not, I can always buy another skein. It's not a big deal. So that is the True Boo. And can I tell you, this stuff is so soft. And I know bamboo splits. So does Premier Home Cotton in the big skeins. So does a lot of other yarns I've been... The flex yarn for Michael's was a little bit splitty. I don't split yarn as much with my Furls Odyssey hook as if I was using like a different hook. So I don't really have a huge problem with splitting. If this splits, it's not. I'm using a bigger hook anyway. And when you use a smaller hook, you'll have more splitting. So with a bigger hook, you know, whatever. But this is not only, it's really soft and silky and smooth, but no matter, it was sitting in the hot car and the texture, the feel, the temperature of the bamboo stayed cool. So I'm like, that is just going to feel so good on my skin, especially in the summer. And I think it's going to be beautiful now. So yeah, really good deal. And after we went to Michael's, and I will make this a whole separate video. After we went to Michael's, I was like, okay, well, we picked up the girls from the mall. And I was like, I don't really want to go and do the pool right now. Yeah, I was trying to avoid it. I think Mr. Cinnamon was trying to avoid it. I think none of us really wanted to do the pool. Because it is backbreaking work putting that stupid pool up. But it's worth it because me and the kids go in it every single day in the summertime when it's warm. Little man is a whole different kid when he is like very active. So when he's in the pool and he gets tired, he is so calm, and like that's a good thing for an ADHD kid. Like you want to wear them out, and he sleeps better, and like he won't be so bored. Like his boredom is making him eat like all day long, and I'm like, dude, you need to calm down with the eating. Like he is just like eating. I'm like, not gonna happen. Anyway, so Mr. Cinnamon was like, you're fit. I told him, I was like, I'm feeling shoppy. Like I'm gonna go shop. I'm gonna go somewhere. He's like, well, where do you want to go? I was like, well, we could try And That, which is the Christmas tree shops. And if you recall, they had yarn like last month. Their yarn was sold out. They didn't have a stitch of yarn left in that entire store. So I was kind of bummed about that. I was like, oh, I just wanted some yarn. Not that I need it. I know that I don't need it. I wanted it. I wanted yarn. I love yarn. Makes me happy. So he's all, well, why don't we drive out to Culpeper? And now Culpeper is out towards the mountains. And I was already going, I didn't realize that Sunday we would be driving back out to the mountains. Culpeper is like at the base of the mountain, so it's closer to the house than the mountains is. He said, why don't we go out to there and see what their Joann's has, or like their Michael's. I was like, first of all, their Michael's is terrible. It sucks. The Joann's was kind of good because the Joann's was very similar to like the old AC Moore stores, or it felt like a Woolworth type, like it's an old building and it is laid out like an older store. And I just love the feel of this specific Joann's. And I didn't buy any yarn because they didn't have anything good. They didn't have anything clearanced out. Well, they had a lot of clearance out, but it was already sold out. So like you see all the red stickers in their empty bins. So I was like, all right, well, there's nothing at that Joann's. Like, where else could we go? I don't want to go to that Michael's. And he's all, why don't you see if there's an LYS around here? And I was like, well, I don't know. Because I enjoyed my one and only trip to my local LYS. But also, like, some of the interaction I had with the people that worked there, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't really want to go back to an LYS. Because sometimes, and I'm learning this through interacting with other people, there are different types of LYS stores. There are the very bougie LYS stores where, like, oh, we're just knitters in here. And, like, they only carry, like, high-end expensive yarns, which I'm fine with. But, like, I see a lot of other people saying, oh, look at my LYS, and their local yarn shop, in case you don't know what LYS is. My LYS carries local yarns and local hand-dyed yarns and local farm yarns, and, like, my LYS doesn't have that. They have just name brand, like, expensive, like Malabrigo and Barocco and what are the other names? Ella Ray and like all the name brands, okay? Or yarn from overseas, like European yarn. And I can get that anywhere. I can get that on Webs. I can get that on yarn.com, which I think is Webs. I mean, there's places on the internet where you can buy these yarns where probably cheaper, and I want something unique. And so I'm a little bit turned off by my LYS because of that, and because of some of the interaction I've had with the people that work there, but that's a whole nother story. So I was hesitant to go to a different LYS, and can I tell you, we found one in Culpeper, and it's on Main Street in Culpeper. And I cannot wait to make a video and show you guys this. Probably tomorrow this video will be up. It's called Knitwit. This shop was everything I want out of an LYS. The woman that owns it, I don't remember her name offhand, but I will have that for the next video. She was amazing. She was so nice and so friendly and so, like, just the whole experience. The shop was gorgeous. The yarn, gorgeous, and exactly what I was looking for. Exactly what I was looking for. And I was reading some of the reviews on her website, and everyone else is having the same experience as I am. Like, oh, I tried to go to my LYS, and they're supposed to order needles for me, and they still haven't even placed the order, and they're snobby, and they're snotty, and they treated me bad. And they went to Knitwit and like were treated like a human and treated like they're welcome and they belong there, and like the whole environment of the store is just amazing. And I will talk about that tomorrow. And I know this has been a whole lot of rambling over nothing, and I will talk to you more about Knitwit tomorrow, but I wanted to fill you guys in with what was going on, why I'm tired, what is going on. My cheeks are a little bit red. I'm getting a little bit hot. I do have a Premier Yarns order coming in. It is not yarn I normally order at all, but my daughter has requested something, so I had to order yarn to make this specific thing because I don't have that type of yarn in my stash because I don't use it very often. So, you know, we have that to look forward to. I also have about 5 Happy Mail packages that should be in my mailbox sometime this week. I'm getting packages from all over. And so we will probably have that sometime later in the week if they all come in. I like to do all the Happy Mail at one time. So if you've sent me Happy Mail, I have not gone to pick it up yet. It's still sitting in my post office, but you know, it's been busy and I just have not had time to make it down there. I still have not mailed my sister her book back. I still have it because I have not made it to the post office. Because my life and my kids. My kids keep me busy, keep me exhausted all the time. But that's all right. All right, guys, I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to let you guys go about your day. Thank you for joining me and watching me and listening to my ramblings of this crazy life that I'm currently living. Got no gardening done this weekend at all. And some of the plants I bought need to be put in the ground desperately because it's been really hot and they're wilty, and like no matter how much I water them, they just want to be in soil. And it's been raining today and I'm not interested in sitting in muddy clay because my backyard is mostly clay. Except my flower beds are like good topsoil because that's what I filled them with. So in order to work in the beds, I have to kneel in the clayish mud. I'm not interested in doing that today. So probably tomorrow I will try to get some gardening in. I hope. And hopefully I can get some crochet in. I'm not going to get no crochet in today. I already know. I have videos to record. I have pictures to edit. I have videos to edit. That's all right. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a fantastic day. Tune in tomorrow for my little shopping video at Knitwit. She let me record in the shop, which was awesome. And so I will show you that in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.